Good evening, and once again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Ease by Mr. Kamotho. And we are now concluding topic graphs 9 by answering a question in the exam practice, actually question number 4. Even as we conclude these questions of maximum, minimum, gradient, and all that, I hope the explanation of this question will help us a great deal. And the question goes like, the displacement s meters of a particle after t seconds from a fixed point O is given by s is equals to 10 root t plus pi for the values of t between 0 and 4, both limits included. After a time of 1 second, whereby t is equals to 1 in this case, find the particles A, acceleration, and B, of the A, velocity in meters per second, and B, acceleration. First of all, we need to to realize that the equation of displacement is S is equals to 10, the root of t plus pi. And because of such, now we have the root of 10. We have to interpret the root of 10 as in form of indices. And we all know that S is going to be 10t raised to power a half plus t plus pi. And in this case, we now have to talk about velocity. Remember, we said in a different video that velocity is given by the change in displacement with respect to time. And acceleration is the change in velocity with respect to time. So if you want to find velocity, we have to find ds dt. Yet this is the equation. So v, which is ds dt, is equals to a half times 10, which is 5t raised to power a half minus 1, which is minus a half, plus this is t raised to power 1 plus 1. This pi is a constant and it is going to die. So this is now the velocity. The question is now, after a time t 1 seconds, now in this case we are going to have t is equals to 1. We are going to get the velocity when t is equals to 1. So the velocity is 1 raised to power minus a half plus 1. In this case, we can always have velocity 1 now, because 1 has a negative index, it can always assume a denominator position. We have v is equals to 5 over the root of 1, or 1 raised to power half, which is simply the square root of 1 plus 1. And we all know that the square root of 1 is 1. So 5 over 1 plus 1, velocity is 5 over 1 plus 1, which is 6 meters per second. That is the velocity when t is equals to 1. Having said that, what about now the acceleration, which is the acceleration A? What is it? The acceleration A. The acceleration, as illustrated here, is the change in velocity with respect to time. Yet we know this is the velocity. So velocity, as we have seen, is 5t raised to power minus a half plus 1. So acceleration, which is dv dt, is minus a half times 5, which is minus 5 over 2, t raised to power minus a half minus 1 is minus 1.5, which is basically minus 3 over 2. Of course, this is a constant and it is going to die. This can easily be written in terms of minus 5 over 2 t raised to power 3 over 2. And we all know that because t is 1, we are going to have minus 5 over 2, then the square root of 1 upon which we are going to cube it, because raised to power 3 over 2 is the root, which is the root of 1 is 1, and the cube of 1 is still 1. So in other words, acceleration now becomes minus 5 over 2 times 1, which is 2. And this is meters per second squared. And that is how we can easily solve that question. Yeah, and that marks the end of the topic. I hope you have been helped, and let us meet in the next topic. Thank you.